Oh, you got him reeling in. Oh man.
You know,
Oh.
on that one I was pulling the bait out and she grabbed it. I'm pulling out to make another pitch and she grabbed that thing. We saw the patch wobble.
You can't get away from your frog bite no matter what we do. You got to get them on top, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That was cool. You know, I'll tell you what, one of the things that guys have a real tough time with is getting inside the stuff. You know, like when I'm guiding, you get a lot of guys that say, you know, I'm not getting through. What do I need to do here? And let me put another bait on. I'll show you. You know, this is such a great technique, but it does take some patience. It does take some discipline. And one of the things when I'm guiding, I know you've bumped into the same stuff when you're guiding, is getting guys, it's like if these fish don't bite right away, guys start to lose their patience really quick. And one of the ways that they get most frustrated is because they can't get their bait into the heavy cover.
Right.
So I'll watch the guy's presentation, I'll see what he's doing, what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. A lot of the guys will get the bait in and around, but when it doesn't go through, they start doing this and they're hopping the bait over the top of the vegetation, and it's never gonna find its way and settle in. So what I tell the guys is pitch it to a spot. If it doesn't go, just shake your line lightly like that. Just a little shake on a slack line a couple of times, and there it goes right there. And then it starts to pull free. Guys get too aggressive, they get too violent with the rods and they start hopping it, and a lot of that's because of frustration.
Right.
So if guys just ease up, take it easy, once the bait penetrates and that line starts to pull off the spool, you know, we want that thing to go through as quick as possible. So take your thumb off, see, just little pops, just like that if it's not going through. And I'll do it 4 or 5, there it goes right there. And then I'll hit free spool. Once it hits the bottom, I want to maintain contact with that. I don't want a lot of slack in my line. And then I just want to shake it just a little bit like that. When that punch bite's going real good and it's fast and furious, they're going to eat it on the way down. So you can just pitch to a spot, shake a little, there it goes, free spool it, let it hit the bottom, shake it a few times, wind up, and pitch to your next spot. That's on a good punch bite. And you just go, 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 go. But when they slow down and they stop biting, then sometimes you got to soak the bait a little bit, get it in there, shake it, let it go through, tap the bottom, lift, suspend. So right now, that's what we've been having to do, except it looks like they're waking up a little bit because we had one chase it out. So hopefully we can start to move along here at a little quicker pace.
That's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah. A punch fish.
Yeah. A little bit. Come on there.
There you go, bud.
Man, I'm telling you what, these suckers,
There you go.
they're inside it.
You got them.
Yeah. They, you know, they're in that stuff. They're in that primrose and pennywort, and you know, they're in the thicker stuff. We did the 1 ounce stuff and the looser stuff, not getting any bites. So we moved over to this thicker stuff. I've got 1.5 ounces. I put a skirt on mine. I've got one without a skirt, you're flipping one without a skirt, so we're trying a lot of different things. And that's the first good bite we've got with a skirt.
That's right.
You had one pull you down over there.
Yep.
So let's see if we can expand on this. Come out there. Mine's still there. Mine's decent. Mine's decent.
Well, doggone it. I will gracefully let mine. I will gracefully let mine go right now.
That's not too bad.
Ah, shoot. You know, you talked about shaking, and we're in the heavier cover, and we're starting to get bit in the thicker vegetation.
Right.
But I really think it's important that you guys know that I got bobby fishing an ounce and a half weight
Right.
to get through the thicker cover. And if you're in a situation where you're team fishing, if you're in a situation like FLW and you're behind a pro, I'm getting through this heavy vegetation with a 1 ounce weight.
Yes.
It's a.
You're getting more bites than I am by far.
I'm getting more bites. I'm not. Unfortunately, they're little right now, and that attests to that. I did lose a big one over there. We weren't going to talk about that one though. But no, you can get through this thicker cover with the techniques Bobby's was talking about earlier by just sitting it and letting it shake and work its way through that heavy cover. Yeah. You can't be aggressive with it. If you go to a 1 ounce or a 3/4, it will go through and it will get you more bites, especially behind a good flipping guy like you.
Yeah, you know what? Something else we haven't touched on. Your sinker is, you got a good paint job on that thing.
Yeah.
Mine's peeling a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of the guys, one of the questions I get all the time, hey, do you like the chrome? Do you like the black, the brown? You know, they got all them sinkers in every different color there is. And if I'm fishing a tournament, I always start with a painted sinker, usually that brown or green pumpkin color. And once all the paint falls off, then I flip a chrome sinker the rest of the day. You know, I mean, so first thing in the morning, it's a confidence thing. I always have a painted sinker, but if all the paint gets knocked off of it,
yeah, don't worry about it.
I continue, you know.
But you're big on that reaction bite. I mean, you're getting it when it's falling through, with that, especially with an 1.5 ounces. I actually am pretty particular, 3/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, even a 1 ounce. I like a painted sinker.
Sure.
It falls a little slow. I think they get a better look at it.
Yep.
So I'm a little more conscious. But when I start jumping up into 1.5 ounces and above and it's shooting through, I get a lot of bites on the way down. And I just,
Thanks.
I have a hard time believing that paint matters.
I never thought of that, but now I'm going to be more conscious of when I'm using that 3/4 ounce. That's slower. Mine's chrome. I wonder if that's why I'm not getting bit.
That's it. Let's see what
you just cost me a lot of money.
Oh, she's still there? Oh. There's a good one. That was on a lot of this pennywort in here. Whew, man, that's a good one. A lot of this pennywort in here, these fish are feeding on crawdads and bluegill. So I've been punching around with the bluegill pattern, haven't been doing that well, and I switched over to the crawdad pattern, and presto prango. Nice fish. We're gonna see if we can get a couple more of those.
Oh. Wobble, wobble, wobble.
Patience. Patience pays off. Not a giant bass, but a punch fish. Kind of goes back to what we were talking about. I'm just throwing a little lighter weight behind you, a little slower fall, and really it's the chance I got. Oh, you dog!
Woohoo! Look at it go. Yep.
But you know, we were just talking about that. I mean, it just sometimes, I mean, what am I going to do behind you, right? What's a guy going to do behind you? I either switch to fluorocarbon line and I look at it like it's too thick, or I fish something with a slower fall and I went to a 1 ounce weight and I can get bit behind somebody like you.
Right.
And you need to apply those techniques. Now, the one thing that we haven't talked about all day with punching is rods. And rods are a big deal with punching. You guys have got to get yourself at least a 7.5 foot rod, if not 8. We both like an 8 foot rod, but at minimum 7.5. You need the leverage on these fish through the grass. And I like to fish with something like a swim bait rod, and I like a stouter tip. I can get away with it. I use from you 85 to 100 pound braid when I do it, and that's my personal preference. But I know you take a little bit different approach with your tip and what you like. And
yeah, I like a more parabolic bend. I don't get a broomstick.
Right.
You don't want a rod that doesn't have any give.
Correct.
You want something that's going to bow to the fish. A medium heavy to a moderate heavy.
Correct.
Maybe moderate heavy might even be a little too. Just a medium heavy flip and stick style 7/6 to that 8 foot range right in there, and a guy will be in good shape.
Yep, I totally agree with you. Should we close this up? We'll be back. We'll be back doing this again for Monster Tackle. This is their Monster Tackle technical tips that they're going to be providing for guys watching this. We encourage you to jump on Monster Tackle's website and look around. Again, all the product that we showed in today's little segment is available for you to purchase at Monster Tackle. Thanks for joining us.
Good fishing.